Hey there, my stamping friends. Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. I have a Stampin' Show and Tell for you today, and I'm going to be using the new Happiness Abounds stamp set. Now, I'm going to recreate a card tag that I created for a swap I did with a group online called Joy of Sets. We're a bunch of us fun card makers, like to share ideas and do some swaps every month. So the tag we had to make was 5 by 3. So I'm going to be using DSP from the collection along with my polished pink color. I've done some flowers and die cutting ahead of time, so those all came from Happiness Abounds. I'm using this little label die that comes from the Scallop Contours die. I'm going to make that as my little sentiment. And then after I make the tag, I'm going to show you how easy it is to take that creation and just front a card. So let's just go ahead and put this fun card creation together. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is, I had my limits, right? 5 by 3 inches. So I'm going to use my grid paper to help me mimic that size. So my DSP and my cardstock here are both 2 inches wide, and I've trimmed this edge of my DSP with the curved die from that same set of Scallop Contours. Okay, so that gave me my little edge, my little fancy edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cardstock down at my 3-inch mark. I'm going to add some adhesive if it decides to work for me. It always seems to not want to come out right when I'm making my video. Let's see if I can get it to go. There we go. Alright, so get some adhesive on there, and then I'm going to position this so that it overlaps on that adhesive, but my final size will be 3 inches wide. Okay, so here's my center line, that's my 0 over to 3, and I'm just piecing the one over the other. And by using that liquid adhesive, I can kind of adjust it to get it into position. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. So I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. The 3 colors I'm using are the Polished Pink, Granny Apple Green, and Daffodil Delight. I thought they were nice, bright springtime colors and doing flowers. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment from the Happiness Abounds set with my Granny Apple Green. Now I'm going to put that on with some dimensionals because I want to have a little pop to that element, and that's going to allow me to position my flowers and my leaves kind of around and behind it. So I'm just going to put this on right about there. Okay, now to add my flowers. So I'm just going to add some dimensionals behind my flowers. Now I think most of you, if you've been watching my videos for a while, know how to use your die cutting machines. And so you stamp your image, and then you line up your coordinating die, and you run it through your machine to get them cut, and then you've got these fun embellishments to use for your cards. So I'm going to put my yellow one up here, kind of fill in that space, and I'm going to tuck the pink one, kind of marry them up. Let's see, do I want it a little over? I think I do. I want it a little over. And the other one, I'm going to put a little under. Okay, so I see how I've overlapped them on that fun little piece there. Then I'm going to come in with my little flowers, and I'm just going to add some liquid adhesive. It's a lot of liquid adhesive. I'm just going to add a little liquid adhesive behind them, and I'm going to slip those in just to give a little bit of contrast to the tag. So just wherever you decide you want a little green added to your project, you just lay them in there. Okay. Now, I said use those coordinating dies. If you are not big on buying the bundles altogether, you can always use your paper snips to trim them out. Okay, so don't be shy. Don't think you have to buy the whole bundle. If it's not in your budget, buy the stamp set and then do some fancy trimming with your paper snips. Okay, they're a great little tool. Okay, so now how am I going to take this tag, right? My fun little tag, which you could use on a present, a gift bag, whatever, but I make cards, right? So I have a piece of polished pink cardstock, which I've just folded in half, and then I ran it through my embossing machine with the time-worn type folder, which it's a really kind of subtle background. It's got some bumpy texture and it's got some text in there too, so it's kind of a fun mix of elements on that background. And so I'm going to add my tag with dimensionals, and I'm just going to pop that right on top of my card. So sometimes you might want to think about creating tags this size or smaller, maybe even just small elements that you can use as card fronts out of bits and pieces that you've got left, right? And then just color coordinate them to a card base and add a sentiment when you're ready to use it. And you can have a whole assortment of fun cards with just bits and pieces that are left. So see there's that. And then I've got these fun new iridescent rhinestones that kind of pick up whatever color you put on them, put them with. And I'm just gonna see how they pick up that pink really well. I'm just gonna take a couple of small ones and add them kind of randomly, just to give a little extra sparkle and attention to what's going on. There we go. All right, so there's my fun little project for you today. So again, I used the Happiness Abounds stamp set. I used the coordinating Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper for this little piece here. I just stamped on coordinating cardstock and die cut those. I have my tag from the Scalloped Contours die, which also gave me that fun edge, and some fun embellishment with the new iridescent rhinestones. Okay? Now, all the information will be over on my blog, so don't freak out that you need to take all these notes. It'll all be typed out for you. Just use the link in the comments below to hop over there. Remember to leave me comments either here on the YouTube channel or over there on my blog. That helps more people find me. And, of course, subscribe by hitting the button down below here on YouTube so that when I post new project ideas, you will get an email saying, hey, she shared something new, and that'll be me. Okay? All right, everybody. If you have any questions, if you need to shop, my links are all below, and I'm happy to help you out, and I hope you enjoyed this quick little project today, and I'll see you again soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.